Firing.
Hey guys, Sonyx here. I am a top 500 0.1% Valkyrie main, so I know a thing or two when it comes to mastering Valk. This is a 4-part series where I go over Valk in depth. This is currently episode 3, where we focus on Valkyrie's tactical, Missile Swarm. Valkyrie's tactical is a missile swarm that shoots 12 missiles in a 4x3 array, dealing 25 damage on the first hit and 3 damage on any subsequent hits after that. These cannot be used indoors unless there's a higher ceiling, and the distance of these missiles is a minimum of 12 meters and a maximum of 100 meters. So as you can see, this is about 100 meters right around there. So that's the maximum, and the minimum is 6 meters, so directly in front of me. You can be hit by your own missiles as well. So let's say that you're gonna use your tactical. It can hit that wall and stun you for that 25 HP. Now the most common use for Valkyrie's tactical is securing a knock. So let's say that there's an enemy right here. Let's get him really low. Okay, so he's really low and now he's behind cover, right? So now we could use Valkyrie's tactical to secure that knock. There we go. So, and then also we stun this guy. So basically it just helps to secure that knock, especially when the enemy is really far or if they're behind cover like that. In fact, you can even squad wipe with it.
Meditating here, and then you do it after.
Oh my gosh, I just missile swarmed them. Another cool way, let's say you actually knock this guy from range. Let's say we actually knock him. And then now he's getting revived, right, by his teammate. You can actually hit your missiles, and then you could re-knock him because he's only 25 HP, right? And then you also stun his teammate, and then now you can go back in and secure the win. So it's really, really, really helpful for that. I stunned, I re-knock.
Lifeline dead.
Lifeline, soft. Oh my gosh. You guys like that re-knock with the missiles or what? Creating a push. Now Valkyrie can use her missiles to begin an engagement. Yes, that's right. So let's say there's no one actually shooting at each other. You can actually use your missiles to gather intel and stun 25 HP red, and then now you can push on that while everyone's stunned. So you can use that to create a push. Retreating back to cover and safety. Now you can use Valkyrie's tactical to kind of get you out of a bad spot. Let's say you're getting chased, right? Go back here and then immediately, you know, run and just keep going until you go to cover right here. Bam, you're good to go. Now your teammate is with you and now you're safe. But let me show you guys something really cool here. You can actually use your tactical backwards while you're running forward, okay? In order to do this, practice slide jumping like that while looking down. You guys see that? And then right as soon as you're like on that jump, that's when you pop your tactical, okay? So let's try that. You guys see what I did there? So basically that really helps you so that you're not even losing momentum while you're running forward. And those missiles are gonna go directly behind you, okay? Now another thing that I like to do while being chased is to have thermites readily available for you, so you can make this thing called the kill box. So let's say you're being chased, you're gonna throw 2 thermites up in the air like this, or 1. And then you're gonna do the trick from earlier. And look what happens. You see how you just made a little kill chamber right here? People get stunned, they can't cross here, and now you're beaming them perfectly. Super helpful. So the next cool ability Valk has is this thing called a missile bamboozle. Similar to the way Mirage kind of uses his decoy to kind of trick people into thinking like, oh, that's not the real me. So let me show you exactly what I mean. She can basically fake, you know, shooting all of her missiles and just shoot a few. So it'll look like this. See how it only shot 3 instead of the full 12? And look, on the bottom left, I can actually get all my missiles back right now. I don't have to wait the full 30 seconds. Now, in order to do this, you want to make sure that you still have a little bit of health remaining that you need to heal. You know how sometimes you fully heal and you still have like 1 to 3 HP that you still need to pop a cell for and you don't want to waste, or a syringe, for example. So you want to make sure you have that first. And then now you want to make sure that you can use either or, syringe, cell, battery, what doesn't matter what you use. You have to make sure your wheel is readily pulled up like that. Have your tactical out and ready. And as soon as you hit your tactical, you're gonna pop your heal right away. And then you can see I only shot 2 there. Now if I do it even more quickly, you can actually only shoot 1, and it's really cool. Let me show you. As you can see, I only shot 1 missile, but it still damaged him for 25 HP, and it even stunned him as well. So this is really, really cool, and I just got my missiles back. See, with 2 missiles, I have to wait, I think 4 to 5 seconds. So you can see I shot 4 missiles there. We wait 9 seconds. So it just goes up by the number. You see how we didn't use the full? But we still managed to use like about 65 to 70%. So now we didn't have to wait full 30 seconds. We waited like 22. But then that means I can still use my rockets pretty soon. I don't have to wait the full 30. So it's all about just how much you want to use. But Sonic, what do you mean this is like similar to Mirage's decoy? Well, let me show you exactly what I mean, right? Let's say we're fighting this guy, right? Okay, we're fighting him. And then we want to... With Valk's tactical, it kind of gets people out of cover. So you could do something like this. Okay, because all those missiles kind of shoot, right? Or they look like they're about to shoot. Now, let's say that this guy runs over here, right? And he just thought, oh, that guy just used all of his missiles. Incorrect. Now you have your full missile swarm. Let's say you use your full 30 seconds. Bam. So you basically are bamboozling that guy, just like how Mirage does for his decoy. Now the next ability she has is called Missile Smoke. Pretty much similar to the way Bangalore uses her smoke to kind of create a push or back up a little bit, but this one is kind of creating that push. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So when you're fighting somebody, right, and you're shooting them and you're creating that push, you can use her tactical and all that smoke, and you have to kind of fly with it. See how you kind of they obstruct that vision a little bit, and then now you could push with that, capitalize on that. And it's super, super cool. I've used this in so many of my different fights, and it makes you a much harder target to hit. You don't even know that you're flying with a smoke because the missiles make noise and your jets make noise. You can't really hear the jets when the missiles are firing as well. And that guy is stunned over here. He doesn't know what's going on. He might back up. He's not looking at you. Bam. Capitalize with that. And you'll basically feel like the main character while doing this.
Oh my god, dude. She's right here.
Now the second way to use this little smoke technique is to take a different angle while her rockets are being fired, since enemies will be focused on either eating the damage or running to a different spot. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Let's say that there's this guy right here, right? And you missile swarm him from like this angle, right? He's gonna think you're gonna play here, right? But what you can do is you can go back here while he's stunned and he's not focused, and then now while he's looking here waiting for you, you've already retaken this spot. And bam, you fried him and he's toast. Okay? So that's how you capitalize on that kind of smoke advantage. Now, the next thing is shield/HP information. Now, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but what exactly does this mean? Now, you can kind of get information about the enemy team with just her tactical alone. So let's say that you're fighting this team and you pop your attack, right? Watch this. Okay, now you know you can call to your team 25 HP blue on the left. And then the guy on the right, he's flesh. Bam. Now you just shout out to your team, and you could do that, remember, from 100 meters away. You're getting that information. It's kind of similar to the way Vantage can kind of tell what a team is. You know how she says like enemy teams with red shields right here, or You know, so Valkyrie can do that with her tactical as well. So and you're safe from that, and you're stunning them as well. One is flesh still. Other guys blue right now. Now the last but not least, this one's really cool. It's called missile redirect, and basically it kind of looks like, you know, the missiles are redirecting to the enemies. It looks pretty cool, like, you know, those fighter jets, kind of the missile tracking. So the way you do this is that you go in a gravity cannon. So Storm Point is the map that has it, and while you're in the gravity cannon, you're gonna basically shoot your missiles while mid-air. You know, you're mid-air, and then they're gonna redirect to the opponent where you shoot. So the enemies are not gonna expect those missiles to shoot directly on them at first, and then they're gonna be surprised. So let me show you a clip of how cool that looks. I'm gonna rain down some missiles. Get ready.
Fox 3, I got radar lock.
Oh, that's cool. Do you guys see that? It's like swerved back.
Fox 3, dumping the pods. Fox 3, I got radar lock.
Need to recharge my shields.
Reloading.
So those are just a few examples of what you could do with her tactical, but imagine you start pairing that up with, let's say, her passive, like her Moonboots ability, like this. I mean, that's really cool. And then you get that, you know, the fall cancel. So watch part 1 definitely, so you could kind of pair up and you start making different cool combos with her tactical.
Fox 3, I got radar lock. Wings out. Fox 3,
I'm gonna immediately go for that arc. His teammate's gonna try to 1v1 me right here. Go for that stun. That stun was beautiful. Bought me that. Immediately go up to bat. Watch angles. There we go. That stun was beautiful in that door right there, if you guys saw that. So I hope you learned a little bit more about Valk's tactical missile swarm and how to kind of use that in fights. If you haven't yet, please check out part 1 for an intro to Valkyrie, part 2 for her passive VTOL Jets, and part 4 for her ultimate skyward dive. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being awesome. And please, 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 take care.